All right, so this is our presentation for the House Rules mobile application. So first off, in the introduction, some of the problems and opportunities that we were trying to address with this system is that House Rules alleviates the constant search for certain rules while playing a game, especially if you're trying not to kind of stop the game and look for specific rules. We also offer a digital and user-friendly interface to search for the missing physical copies of rules that you might have with a board game or like a lawn game. And then lastly, our social aspect seeks to create a peer standard of the most commonly accepted rules for all types of different games. Okay, diving more into kind of what our system is, we designed House Rules to be a free-to-use social and query mobile application with a emphasis on the search for different rules for different kind of social games, anywhere from board games to lawn games to drinking games, anything you can think of. And then what really makes House Rules stand apart from just being able to search for rules is our social aspect, which allows users to create and share their own house rules, which are the ability for them to modify current game rules, create new ways to play existing games, and then make your own games.
So functionally, our system will allow users to conduct filtered searches for the rule handbooks for a wide variety of games, as well as view an organized list of user-created house rules. They'll also be able to, or our system will also organize data by categories for end users to consume, whether it's game handbooks, user-created house rules, or social accounts. Another big function of our system is that users will be able to create their own house rules, vote on house rules, leave comments, and customize their personal accounts. And the value in this, well, so our application will create value for the business by delivering increased revenues, a wider audience, and exposure on a new platform. The application will create value for the end user by delivering a user-friendly interface to conveniently search rule handbooks for a wide assortment of games. It also delivers a social experience through the sharing, upvoting, and commenting on user-created house rules. So diving into some of the features of house rules. So this table here outlines some of the various features that are comparable between house rules and potential competitors, those being Twitter, Reddit, and then just private website or community boards. So some of the main features that we kind of have exclusively are subscription-based premium accounts, we have a dedicated content publishing team that puts out tutorial how-to videos for the games within our application. And then we also just offer a variety of game information for each game specifically, composed into one place, so the users don't have to go search all of the internet for them. Then we also just kind of listed features here that are typical between our competitors, such as social networking platform, and then just popular training sections, and then peer-to-peer ranking systems. So House Rules will improve these features by more effectively utilizing them within a single system to provide users with an improved social experience while engaging within our system.
And here's our project plan, which includes the system proposal and gathering project documentation. And then it's broken down into 2 different stages: developing and delivering functional requirements and the non-functional requirements, which includes testing and fixing the system, and also reviewing with the stakeholders and having a final review before deploying the application and handing it off to the project stakeholders for maintenance. And here's our Gantt chart, which summarizes our project plan in a graphical view. Our project ran from about the fourth quarter of 2020 all the way to second quarter for about 2 years of 2022.
So into the feasibility analysis, we've conducted an organizational and technical risk assessment and identified 6 main risks associated with our project. We plan to mitigate the majority of these risks through effective planning and tracking, enforcement of deadlines through time boxing, as well as the uses of best practices to promote the physical and technical safety of any of our project information or the hardware. The intangible benefits that House Rules is going to bring to the stakeholder of Barstool is that it's going to increase the amount of new users within the Barstool Sports ecosystem, as well as give Barstool Sports the competitive lead over any other companies by continuing to innovate and bring a product into a new market. We also conducted a feasibility analysis in terms of the economic aspect through a 5-year cost-benefit analysis. The main takeaway here is that over the 5 years, we expect a return on investment of 21% with a break-even point of 3.3 years. This is accomplished through 2 revenue streams. The main ones are ad revenue and premium account subscriptions. We expect the premium account subscriptions to make up about 75 to 85% of our total revenue. The project costs are made up mainly of the development team salaries as well as the licensing fees that are involved in gaining access to use all of the handbooks and rules with all the games in our system. After the application goes live, many of these costs will drop dramatically, and the real cost will only be the system maintenance.
All this being said, I'd like to thank you for your time and listening to our presentation, and we look forward to your support.